Good morning. How are we doing today? Busy day, I hope. Dad's sawing logs, cutting some more. I got our shuttle of fungicide out, Miravis Neo. We need to let this agitate a little bit. I kind of drove around a little bit with the forklift trying to get it to slosh around and mix. But yeah, we need to mix it up. So I'm gonna get the chemical pump on it, just put the hose back in the top and let it circulate for a while. And then we're gonna get the spray around. I got 2 loads of beans to spray this morning, today. And then we'll have to go look some more. But hopefully they're coming to spray our corn today. All right, well, it's pumping. It's sort of thick stuff, but we'll let that pump for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Get the spray around. We ran a bunch of water yesterday. You can see the level somewhere in there in that tank. Those 2 tanks are tied together, so they're about the same. But I'm gonna turn the water back on because we're gonna start drawing it out of there. All right, we got that there mixing. I had to take a quick break and run down to the house. The framers are back today, and we're gonna have all the windows in like 3 hours, which is awesome. So we'll check on that later. But we're gonna jump in the sprayer here right now and get our first batch loaded up. All right, so before we load this up, we gotta change our nozzles. Dad must have sprayed some, oh, that one's broken. Must have sprayed some herbicide at some point. Roundup, most likely. Oh, he sprayed that Liberty. That's what he did. He sprayed some Liberty. Yep. So, nothing that's going to cause any contamination or carryover issues on our beans, or the corn for that matter, because he was spraying beans. But we need our twin jets, so we use these. See how there's a hole on each side? It kind of throws some spray forward and backwards and gets better penetration and coverage into the crop canopy. Problem is, they're a little small sized, the red ones. I can't drive as fast as I want to because our pressures get too high. You don't want your pressure getting above 60 pounds. And even that's probably pushing it. 50 to 60 is, it's okay. So we'll run it there, but I may, because of how much we have to do, I may call and order a new set of nozzles. We've had these ones for quite a while anyway, and get the next size bigger. I don't know. I'll make that decision while we're spraying here. Okay, we're loading the sprayer. We're mixing up enough to do 80 acres, 15 gallons to the acre spray rate. That's 1,200 gallons of water. And we need 8.56 gallons of Miravis, of our fungicide. We're not putting any other additives in. We're not putting any surfactants, any water conditioning agents, anything. Straight fungicide. So, I'm gonna get that. All right, we're loaded up, heading to the field, and we gotta go because the guy with Hagie is on his way. He'll be here in a little over an hour. So R3 soybean fungicide is a little different than most of the rest of the spraying that I do. A lot of the spraying you guys have seen me do with the foliar feeds or the early fungicide on corn, I don't do end rows. I just start in on the field and go around the outside because covering every acre is not so critical. R3 fungicide on soybeans has paid year after year after year, and we are going to do every acre. So we are going to perimeter the fields. Now that doesn't mean that there won't be some test strips or some small slivers on the edges of some fields and stuff that doesn't get done, but we are going to perimeter them. So we just followed Dad's tracks from when he sprayed them with the herbicide, and away we go. The depth perception on the boom is a little tricky with them electric poles, but Dad always taught me, if I made it with the sprayer tracks and you stay within the sprayer tracks, you're not going to hit the poles. Unless he screwed up, but he's right. You're not going to hit the poles as long as you're in the old tracks. And the same thing when you're turning on the ends, as long as you don't go past the old sprayer tracks, you're not going to hit whatever's on the edge of the field, whether it's electric poles or trees. I'm just completing my perimeter of the field, and we've already got 22 acres done. There's only 46 in the whole field. We did half of it just going around the outside. That's crazy. Okay, this is basically the last pass in this field. You can see there's a fence row we've got to work around there and stuff. I've been hand driving everything because it's just easier to hand drive it and stay in the rows than it is to try and mess with trying to set the auto steer and move it and stuff. I think I tagged my sign over there. She's a little crooked. Whoops. It's alright, we can fix that. Well, we're done. We used 688 gallons. It took us 0.26 hours. That's 15 minutes. 16 minutes. We did 45.74 acres. There's about 1.6 in the field that we did not get. And we covered 174 acres an hour. That's pretty good. So there's the map of the field. You can see there's a little sliver right there in the middle. That's what we didn't get. Just the way that the sprayer passes lined up and worked out, and it wasn't worth running over more beans to get that little sliver. So that's the majority of it, and on to the next one. All right, well, here is the other field. There's actually two fields here behind that little ditch that we're going to spray on this tank load. We should be really close to having just enough. I mixed up enough for 80 acres. There was like 82 between the field we just sprayed and this over here, so should be close. So I'm running about 13 miles an hour through the field, and you can see our pressure. We're pushing in that mid-50s. Sometimes I see it up to 58. Which depends on if I'm going uphill or downhill a little bit. But that's not too bad. I don't know. I think I could drive a little bit faster if I had bigger nozzles. Not the end of the world. I found some mud, and I get to drive through it again because I need to get over here to this side. Yep. We're good. It's solid. All right, last pass up the field here. We're about empty, and we just got a half pass. We needed fuel in the sprayer, so I'm gonna load that up. I may just leave it there so it's out of the way. The guy with the Hagie should be here in 20 minutes or so. So I'm gonna make sure we got everything ready for that. It's the same fungicide that we're spraying on the beans, we're spraying on the corn. So we got a shuttle of it because we're gonna need a bunch. And we should have plenty of water out there. So I'm gonna get my list of fields and try and make a plan as to where to go first and how we're gonna get this done as quickly as possible. Oh, there's our sprayer. Time to get busy. All right, well, cool riding in the cab of that thing. It's different spraying tall stuff and tasseled corn, but anyway, Zach, he loaded up again and headed to the next field. I had a meeting, so I did not go. He should be back here pretty quick. We'll get him up, loaded up again, and then he's gonna go up here and spray this field right on the corner. So I'm gonna put the drone up, and we'll get some cool drone footage of it. Maybe I can fly over the plot here a little bit too, and you can see some of the genetic variation in our corn hybrids. But yeah, going well here. Okay, well, I kind of lied. I was going to get the drone up and take some drone footage of him, which I still intend to do, but he wants to go to Berkey as soon as he's done here, which is awesome. That's good. Problem is I got one more load of fungicide to spray before I take my chemical shuttle down there. So, he's heading out. He's got 2 more loads to spray, the one he just loaded up and another one. And I'm going to go load up and spray a load of beans while he's spraying this one out, and hopefully I'll be able to get the drone up when he's doing the last load. All right, I'm loaded. Let's hurry up and get this sprayed so we're back here before he gets too far on the next load. I was a little concerned about water because we're pulling a lot of water out running 2 sprayers, but there's still about 600 gallons in each tank, which is 1,200, which means he's got enough, and the next load he's gonna spray is only a 70 acre load, not an 80 acre load, so he doesn't need a full 1,200 gallons anyway. So, all right, we're going to the one back down the lane. This is the field with our March planted beans. Spraying beans. Other than the pockets like that, where we had too much water, these beans look really good. They're nice. This is March planted beans right where we're at here. They look good. They look good. Well, I've been trying to follow Dad's sprayer tracks here, and he sprayed in this field a couple of different times because of those March planted beans. He had to come in with some herbicide later, and he only sprayed part of the field. He didn't do this side of it. Well, somehow or another, his tracks had a big gap here. I don't know what the deal is, but I guess we're gonna have a check strip. All right, looks like it's about 80 feet, be round with the combine, so as long as everything lines up fairly close, we'll know. Okay, I got that field done. I've got about a little under 200 gallons on the tank yet. I got a little 10-acre field down the road I want to go and spray. Air filters get dirty when you're spraying corn pollen. Cleaning stuff up a little bit, and he's reloading. He's got one more load to spray here, and then off to Berkey we go. Alright, well, he's all loaded up, and on the last load for up here, maybe not quite ready yet, but I got the drone out. He's gonna do some right out behind the shop here, or the farm, so we'll be able to get some good footage. Tell you what, that drone still gets me some pretty cool shots. Pretty awesome to watch that thing work. And looks like some really good corn out there. He was impressed. So I got a little bit left to spray out. We're gonna go do that while he heads up to another little 18-acre field, but it's a long ways away. And we should be done by the time he gets back. And then we're heading to Berkey. We gotta load up some chemicals. Well, that was a quick one. 8.85 acres, 0.06 hours. I don't even know how much that is. Map looks like that. Basically, you go around the outside, one pass through the middle. Okay, we're done with this for tonight. I'm not going to take this to Berkey tonight. I'm just going to get a pickup and chemicals down there and help Zach finish the corn, and then we'll probably take this down tomorrow and spray the beans. It's a tentative plan. All right, I got my truck loaded up. We got some boxes. We're taking a pump and a battery just because. Should be all we need. I needed a phone charger because you guys are gonna die pretty soon. It is 5:15, so it's a little late to be heading to Berkey. It's gonna be a late night, but that's okay. We'll get Zach going, and he can get our corn done, and we'll go do the beans tomorrow. There's a lot of wheat coming off today. I made it. Our crops look great down here. I'll show you guys in a little bit. We'll have to go look at some beans and make sure that they're ready to be sprayed, but I imagine that they are. He's not here yet with the sprayer, so that's good. We're gonna get the chemicals unloaded and get everything set up so we're ready to go. I didn't pass him on the way down here, so he must have taken a different route, which is fine. There was some construction, but I was nervous because I never saw him leave, and I thought, uh-oh, maybe he beat me. He did not. He's here. Here's our setup. We got water in these 2 tanks. I brought our pump from Waldron. Should be pretty straightforward, simple, easy. We also got water in here that we'll use tomorrow. I don't know that we're gonna have quite enough water for everything we need to do, but it'll be close. All right, he's loaded up. I think we're gonna go stand on top of the grain bin and watch. I'm not going up the leg, but we'll go up the bin because he's doing this fielder right out here. That'd be a pretty sweet view. Well, corn doesn't look too bad. You can see every single planter pass though. Pinch rows. Oh well. He's over there getting started. It'll be more fun when he's coming up this pass right in front of us. The pinch row showing up does make it easier for him to find the center of the planter pass to know where he's supposed to start at. It's helpful. I know it's a long ways over there, but if you look at that cornfield way off in the distance, you can see my plot there, some of the variation in those genetics and the colors of the tassels. And then if we spin around over there, where the rows get longer, you can clearly see the change in varieties over there. Sorry, spinning. There he is, clear over on the back side of the field. Yep, we got some compaction on those end rows, don't we? Told him not to worry about this little finger over here. So you can see he's got the big, obviously the boom out front, but because he's doing corn and running over that, they put a little boom in behind and shut the nozzles on the front section off so that it is spraying out behind him. Looks like he's got a leak on that boom. We'll have to tell him about that when he stops. Pretty sweet to watch. All right, it is 6:45. I have not had anything to eat all day. No lunch, no dinner, no nothing. So since I got a few minutes while he's spraying this load out, I'm gonna go get something to eat. This is one of our bean fields down here. I just thought since I was driving past it, I should stop and look, see if they're ready to be sprayed. Get out here off the end rows a little bit. They look really good. Yeah, they look so good. All right, let's see. Yeah, why is there a purple and yellow flower, or white flowers? Should only have one color. Just pull a plant. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Would be about here. Is that a 3/16 of an inch long pod? Probably not quite. Awfully close. I'll look up at the variety here. We've got 2 different varieties down here. We've got some 2.8s, which I think are these, and some 2.5s in the other fields. And I'm guessing the 2.5s are farther along than the 2/8, and we're gonna come down here and spray them all at the same time because I'm not making 2 trips. One more load. All right, I'm not doing the best job of filming this, am I? That's all right. He's loaded up with the last load here. I'm gonna take the truck over to the field where we're going and jump in and ride with him here one more time. He's got all the records. So something different this year. This is a new sprayer for him. It's the new Deere Command Center, the Gen 4 deal, and he said he could try and make maps, application maps for me with the Deere system, which should import right into my John Deere system and all my records and everything. So when he gets done with this, we're going to try and get that exported, and hopefully we've got good data, which will make it a lot easier to do comparisons here this fall. So that's what I'm hoping for. This corn is tall, very tall. Look at that. Lets me off right in a mud hole. Anyway, he's done. We did about 450 acres today, and for corn, just with the Hagie, which is awesome. But he's done, heading home. I am also done and heading home. All right, we got to close stuff up here. This is all staying because we're going to be here tomorrow, most likely. So that can stay, but we're going to put the boxes and close the doors up. And I'll probably stop and take a look at those other bean fields real quick. My goodness, these beans look fantastic. I mean, they're just beautiful, even, nice, dark green, except for that spot right there. The rest of the field, though, look at them. Nothing better, right? Walking bean field, waist-high beans, basically. On July 20th today. It's good. Things are good on the farm. All right, let's see where these ones are at. Oh yeah, we got more pods and more branching than the last bean that I pulled in that other field. No doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the 4th node. We got pods more than 3/16. We're spraying beans here tomorrow. The other field may not be quite there yet, but these ones are there for a little more, and we have more of this variety down here than we have of the ones in the other field. So, time to spray them. All right, I made it back to Waldron and wrapped everything up there. I got that data imported into the computer, and it's all there, which is awesome. That means we have as-applied maps for the TASA fungicide application, and I'll be able to do much better data analysis this winter after we get the harvest data. So I'm excited about that. So big day. We got a lot done. We got 460 acres of corn fungicide sprayed, and we did 160 of beans. So that's awesome. Hopefully we'll have another good day tomorrow. At least get the beans down to Berkey done. Brock will be around tomorrow, but I don't know if we'll see him much because we may be in Berkey and he may be gone before we get back. So anyway, thanks for watching today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We've picked up quite a few subscribers in the last few weeks, and welcome if you're new to the channel. I appreciate you watching, and hope you're enjoying it. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.